Welcome everyone to the final stage of learning how to use Google Classroom. This last portion is about viewing student submissions, adding comments to their work, adding a grade, and returning it. So for this segment, I'm going to be using a different Google Classroom as an example. This is a Google Classroom to teach the Big Six research method. So I'm going to first show you a student side of submitting the assignment. Then we're going to go to the teacher side, and I'm going to show you how to view the assignment. So on the student side, we're going to go to our assignment, and it has our instructions for what to do. View that assignment, and we're going to add or create. And students, they can create new things or they can upload files. I'm going to upload a file. I'm going to upload that, and I'm going to add a comment. And I'm going to turn in my assignment. Now we're going to go over and look at what it looks like from the teacher side. So there's a few ways for the teacher to go about viewing student work. First off, you can go to your classwork page and see all of your modules and click on the individual assignments, and you can see that there's 5 students that it's been assigned to and 1 student who's turned it in. We can select that one turned in. You can also go to people and select specific students to see what they have turned in. So this student has turned in this, they've turned in this and this, and you can filter it by turned in, missing. You can also, this is probably the simplest one, go to grades. You'll be able to see a list of all your students and all of your assignments. You can see if there's something that's turned in, something that's graded. You can see what it's a grade out of. This is 15 out of 30. We're going to assignment 2 though, which we see this person has turned it in. I click assignment 2. And I can see I don't have anything turned in from those folks. I do have one turned in here, so I'm going to click on the one that is turned in. And it's going to take me to a place where I can view it, comment on it, and add grades. So the assignment was to create a timeline showing the steps of the Big Six research process with a brief description of the steps. So as the teacher, I'm going to be looking through, and I see that it looks pretty good, but right here, step 6, it says evolution instead of evaluation. So I'm going to click my comment box. I'm going to highlight this one. I'm going to leave a comment. I'm going to look and see how we did down here. And I'm going to leave a comment on this part and let them know that I think that they did a great job being really concise. And you can see it's got an autofill in here of needs more explanation. This is because this is a comment that is frequently used. And I have right here a comment bank of comments that get used frequently that it will autofill. And you can add to this bank, which is especially handy if you have comments that are maybe a bit longer, but you use frequently. It has these ready to autofill. And then at step 5, it says, for synthesis, its description is to use sunlight to create sugars in a chloroplast. So I'm going to add a comment. on that one, so now that I've looked at it and I can see that we got 5 out of the 6 steps correct, and I see that step 6 is not quite described correctly. Step 3 could be described a little bit better. So I think that it's not a huge assignment. I think that this is a 4 out of 5 for the grade. So I'm going to, right here, I'm going to put 4, and I can add a comment. And now that I have commented, I've put grades, I can return, and I can select to return just this one, or I can return multiple submissions from different students. And right here, I can look and see who all has done work with this, who I have things that I can return to. I can sort by status, first name, last name. And right now it's a draft because I have not returned this yet. But now that I have commented, I've come up with my grade, I'm going to click return. And now we are going to go and hop back and look at the student side and see what they see. So on the student side, they can now see our comment. They can open up the PDF and they can see where we have left comments. To see those comments, they can view details. And hopefully it will load. It did not load. I can also select to open in a new window. And now the comments appear over here on the side. And you can add your own comments. The student can talk back to the teacher and have a dialogue. And reply to those comments. So then if we go back to the teacher side, we can see it's in real time. It's updating right away. We can see that comment on the teacher side as well. And we can reply again. And we can resolve a comment and have that removed from the assignment. We don't need this anymore. It's been taken care of. We can delete a comment. We can add this comment. If I used this comment and I realized that I've used it several times, I can add it to my comment bank so that I don't have to type it that many times. And then finally, we can go back and see in our grade book how it is showing up. So now this student has, for assignment 2, in their gradebook, they have a 4 out of 5 listed. And while we're here, I see that they have a turned in assignment that has not been graded. So I'm going to click on this assignment. And so this is how can you use the Big 6 process outside of school? This was a simple discussion question, and it is ungraded. And I can see that the student, their response was picking a prom dress. And I can reply to that. And I can give them that feedback. And since this is an ungraded one, I don't need to assign a grade to it. I can change it to be graded and have it be, say this is just a 2.1. So I can update that. And now I can go and add to this student how many points. I think this is a they did the assignment as requested. I can type in their score. This person has not done the assignment. I'm going to put 0. I can put zeros on the people who have not done theirs. I'm not going to right now because I don't want these people to get notifications in their email that they've gotten bad grades when this is something that they probably have not looked at in months because this is an old course. But I can then return that grade to that student, and I can leave a comment if I want, but I don't have to. So I'm just going to return it, and then I can go back and see my grade book again and see 2 out of 2 points and all of that. So that is how you are able to view, comment on, and return student work with their grades. And this grade book will really help you as you are trying to keep up with the mountains of papers and all the grades you have to do. If you get on board using Google Classroom and having students turn things in digitally, that's going to save you a lot of time down the road and a lot of lost papers and a lot of red ink. So hopefully you'll be able to incorporate this into your own practice as a teacher and find it useful. And we hope that you will join us again the next time we have a training on another Google tool. So thank you so much for joining us.